What's going on, Rovers? Sam here, back at it again for another video with another patch seemingly in the books. Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for an updated tier list. Let's get into it. All right, so I listened to the comments and I added an SS tier. Y'all told me I had too many characters in S. I probably did, but I still think there's a lot of really solid characters in Wuwa. But to differentiate, we added the good old SS. So, as always, let's start off with the newest characters, starting off with Queen Zani. At the minimum, she's an S. At the minimum. I think she is officially firmly an SS. I think she is one of the queens of Wuwa. She's amazing in Whimpering Waste. I just did Whimpering Waste. She absolutely smashes. I don't know what it is, but like her auto targeting feels really strong. Like I will be fighting an enemy over here. I'll pop her burst. I'll kill that enemy, and then I'll do one click, and she's like auto targeted over there. I don't know. Maybe my computer is good for once, but like she just feels good. Obviously, if you have Phoebe, that's gonna help her reach her potential. Even Chacona is really good with her, but even with Spectral Rover, she is at minimum a very, very high S. You could even make an argument if you get good enough with a rotation, she's still an SS with Spectral Rover. Amazing, amazing character. One of my favorite characters in the game. Top tier. I think she is one of the pinnacle characters in the game. Chacona. Chacona is a high S. You could make an argument that she's SS. I wouldn't do that just yet because she's so new, and I think she's kind of waiting for her ideal team. Now, super, super versatile character. Bump my mic. Obviously, compare Rosani. If you want Phoebe to slap off and do damage in her absolution state, look no further than Chacona. I think the fact that she can apply Spectral Frazzle, obviously apply Arrow Erosion, she is like really good for Gian, really good for Phoebe, really good for Zani. Obviously pairs really well with both Spectro and Arrow Rover. Like she came in flexing. And I don't mean like this flexing. I mean like she is flexible AF. Really solid character. I think she would probably easily be SS if Cartethyia was out. Just because even though she can apply Spectral Frazzle, she's also really good at grouping enemies as well, which is Pog for Whimpering. But I do think ideally she does want to be in an Arrow Erosion team, and we just don't have that DPS yet. We're literally getting her in 3 days. But I do think she is comfortably in S. Shorekeeper, do I need to say anything? Still the best character in the game. If you don't have her, prioritize her. She hasn't gotten power crept at all. I don't know if she ever will, but like top tier character. Do I need to say anything else? Phoebe, I think Phoebe's SS. She's awesome. She is so flexible, so versatile, really, really good DPS. Pair her with Spectral Rover. Pair her with Chacona, really strong DPS. Pair her with Zani, amazing Spectral Frazzle applicator. I just think she's top tier. She even has a little bit of like, I don't know if it's meant designed. It feels like it, but like she does have some grouping built in as well. Amazing character, fun rotations. My favorite character to explore non-Ridicida regions with because she covers so much ground. I do think she is another queen of Wuwa. Arena, still S. If you have her S2, like brother, she is approaching Shorekeeper at S2. But let's just assume, well, honestly, we're pretty far into the game. Let's just assume S0. She's still S tier. Second best healer in the game. There's definitely situations where I prefer her, like in just certain fights where, you know, maybe quick swap is more viable or like quicker rotations. She just naturally feels better. Like obviously Shorekeeper is going to maximize your damage. She pairs really well with a lot of like top tier DPSs, but in certain situations, Verena does feel smoother to use. And like I said, if you have her S2, woo, woo, she cracked. Encore, solid A tier. Still really solid with Chen Li. Really good pairing as a fusion DPS. Obviously not as good as Brant, but like she's hanging in there now. Unfortunately, come 2.4, she might slide down here. But like right now, Encore still pops off. And like even if you don't get Luba, who looks cracked, by the way. I still think she's going to be very viable as a fusion a DPS, and she's adorable. Calcharo, gamers. He's either B or C. I think if you're a Giga gamer and you really understand the nuances to his rotations, I do think he is B. He can do really good damage. Pair him with Yinlin still does really good damage. I just think Mr. Yao is just much more comfortable. He has a time stomp. He just feels better, but like, don't get me wrong. I still love Sephiroth. He's still one of the coolest characters in the game. Heck, I was voting for him in the little chibi racing game because, like, put some respect on my man. But like, he just he has a lot of nuances to really maximize his damage, and just like realistically, it's not easy to do every rotation just because it's hard to get every single death messenger off. But like I said, if you're a top tier gamer, he can still carry you. Jinhsi might be a hot take. I don't think she's a queen of Wuwa. She's still S tier. Like she's an amazing DPS. She's kind of doo doo in whimpering. Like she just doesn't have very good AOE. But like for TOA, very solid. I just prefer Zani. I just prefer Phoebe. I even prefer Gion in certain situations. Like obviously, whimpering. But like Jinhsi, like I know she's like super popular, but just like I don't know, man. I don't know. There's just something about her. But still firmly in S. Uh, pairs very well with Zheja, Yinlin. Like if you like her, she will most definitely carry you through most of the content in the game, except Whimpering. Let's do Gion. We were talking about Gion. I still think Gion is S. Like first character in the game, he was kind of trending down, but then Whimpering came out and he's firmly NS. He's amazing in Whimpering Waste, as we know. He's got so much grouping and gathering. Now you can kind of pair him with Chikona, and it kind of works. It's not ideal. I don't think that's the team he wants to be in, but it do be hitting. It do be doing some damage. But hey, the Dragon Man, he's stand up, Dragon Man. He's still hanging in there. Chen Li, I listen. I'm biased. I'll probably put her in S to the day that I stop playing Wuwa. She's just so fun. The quick swap nature, the fluidity with Brant is so much fun. Yes, her damage on her own is not amazing, but I'm just really excited for Lupa because she looks amazing, and I just get to use Chen Li again. So her personal damage, not amazing, but I do think in certain situations she is still very viable. Obviously, you can do a dual DPS with Mr. Yao and her, very solid. Obviously, with Brant, works with Encore, still very solid. So all in all, I still rate her as. This is probably biased. I don't. You could not put her any lower than A. I still think she's an S. What the heck? Jianxin, meh, meh. See, Wuwa's got a lot of really good characters, and then they got a decent amount of meh characters. I think she's meh. You could say C. You could say B. She gives liberation. She can shield. I don't know. Of the standard characters, I'd much rather just try and get like S2 Verena. But I mean, if you get her early on, she's fine. You compare her with Gion, like as a new gamer. Like if you're just starting Wuwa and you get her, it's not absolutely crushing. Like I said, I would much prefer Verena of the standard characters by far, or even Encore. But if you get her, it's not the worst. But like I just don't see a lot of people. I think her usage rate has to be extremely low a year into the game. Uh, speaking of low usage, nah, gamers. Every time I make a tier list, I got multiple people say, put some respect on his name. Gamers. I'm sorry. When Carlotta exists, why would I ever use Mr. Lion Boy? Yes, he's cool. Yes, he's adorable. Yes, I think his animations where he's walking on the air super cool. But like, brother, Carlotta clears. Like Carlotta is a queen of Wuthering Waves. Like she is one of I say her and Zodi are my favorite characters in the game. She is amazing for TOA, best single target damage dealer in the game. Pretty decent for whimpering. Like, yes, she's single target, but like if targets are properly lined up, she has a decent amount of AoE and she does so much damage, like she swoops. So going back to Mr. Lion Boy, listen, You can make, I saw somebody build a DPS Baija and she had like 100% crit, like 300% crit damage. You can do whatever you want. You can make whatever character you want. But like for me, if I'm prioritizing how my resources and which characters I build, he is not high. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yin Lin, how the mighty have fallen. She's SS in our hearts because she looks awesome, but like she is definitely she kind of fallen off. Like obviously you pair her with Mr. Yao, his best team. It definitely still clears a lot of content in the game. Outside of that, like I mentioned earlier, you could pair her with Jinhsi. It's cool. Um, but like just I don't know. She's kind of similar to Calchara. Like she's got like a bunch of like nuances and like you can do some quick swapping and so forth, but she just doesn't feel great. I'm thinking she's gonna get left in the dust. Like honestly, if you think about it, Electro really hasn't gotten any love in a long time. Hey, Wuwa, where's Geshu Lin? We waiting, but I just she's still solid. Like she is firmly an A. You could probably put her over on course, and technically she's limited, and she has more flexibility in certain team comps than Encore. Encore, only really wants to be in fusion with ideally Chen Li, but Yinlin, she has definitely fallen from graces. Yao, this dude, he's still as a free character. My man pops off like time stop, does really big damage, really fun character. I know you can't really quantify that, but you know, I think he does kind of keep Yinlin relevant, but you don't even need Yinlin. If you got Chen Li, pair these two together, dual DPS, does a good amount of damage because her outro gives liberation. I still think Mr. Yao is firmly in S. You know what else is in S? Zhezhe. Zhezhe is cracked. I didn't realize how good she was at the begin at her first release. I skipped her. I was like, I'm not gonna get her. Then Carlotta came out. I was like, dang, I really like Carlotta. I should get Zhezhe. Her energy regen that she provides on incoming resonators is amazing. It makes Carlotta function so fluidly. Like I can pretty much spam her ult on cooldown because of Zhezhe. You can build her to do really solid coordinated attack damage as well, but like Zhezhe is very solid. I can just kind of see Zhezhe kind of staying in S just because of the energy she provides. I mean, obviously she's really good for Jinxi, but like her and Carlotta, whoo, it's a dangerous combo. Another queen of Wuwa, Camellia. I say her and Zani are the top tier DPSs. I, you might give the slight edge to Camellia just because technically one of her best supports is a 4-star. You could say, I mean, Zani, Spectre, Rover, but like Zani really wants Phoebe, really wants Chikona. Senhua is so cracked. And by this time, a lot of us have her at 6. I would imagine most players of Wuwa for a good amount of time have Senhua at 6. As my dog just walked in. What's up, pup? But Camellia is so cracked. She carries in Whimpering Waste. She's very, very good for TOA. I don't know what it is, but like the spin to win, like the spinning top, I still really enjoy it. Like I don't know. Like I have a really hard time envisioning myself getting another Havoc DPS like Perlova. Even if she's cracked, like I don't know, man. Camellia is so good. I just do not see myself replacing her. Baija is B. Like Baija is very solid. Third best healer in the game. Gives you some deepen with her outro. Like I will use her sparingly in TOA of like if I don't want to, use Verena for a side or like what have you. Like if you don't have Shorekeeper, and maybe if you don't have Verena, I would definitely build up Baija because she's free and you get her and she's fine. She is a adequate enough healer. Rocha. I think Rocha is A. Like, I view her as like a very premium level character. Like for Whimpering, SS. Like amazing. Like when Whimpering came out, she was a top tier character because like the AI was like not cooperating. Like they would literally go to like the other side of the world. But like I feel like they kind of toned down how brain dead the AI is. Like, I don't feel like they need to be grouped as much. So I just don't feel like she's as viable. And like I said, Yes, she is amazing for Camellia, but like so is Senwa. She just feels kind of like premium. Now, again, as we get more Havoc characters, maybe she sees some more shine, but like as a whole, I don't she's not a care. I don't have her. I don't see myself ever getting her, to be honest. But again, she's very solid. She's adorable. Mamma mia. Brant's S. Brant's cool. I like Brant because when Lupa comes out, we're gonna be able to run a really good fusion team without Shorekeeper. Like, yes, I still feel like Chen Li and Lupa with Shorekeeper would be my preferred team, just because I really want. I'm assuming this is. I have no idea. I'm assuming that Lupa, based on what I've seen, is gonna be Liberation, and that pairs obviously very well with Chen Li. So I would just want to run Shorekeeper, Chen Li, and Lupa, like funnel all the damage amplification to Lupa. But Brant heals, Brant shields, super flexible, good damage, quick swap with Chen Li, big pog, super fun. S. Senwa, easily S. I like how I said I was gonna make an SS tier to have like fewer S tier characters. It didn't really help that much, but y'all already know. Senwa S. Easy, easy, lemon squeezy. Gentarella SS, design wise, in our hearts, she is interesting. I don't think she is S. I think she is the top character in A, personally. I think she's probably going to pair very well with Perlova. Um, she doesn't. I mean, she can heal. She does like decent coordinated damage. Obviously pairs well with Camellia. Not like a perfect combo because basic skill. I I just I don't know. She is one of the best designed characters in the game. Amazing VA. Just again, kind of a premium character. I would say she has more universal usage than Rocha because she can heal. But again, it's just like not a character that I think you need in order to be successful in Wuwa. Danjin. I Danjin is cool. She probably the coolest 4-star in the game alongside Senwa. Like she can do insane damage. Like you can pair her with Havoc Rover and you can clear a lot of content in the game still. But she's a 4-star DPS. Obviously her scaling isn't going to be sufficient, but like if you are a Giga gamer, she is probably the most fun character in the game because of like her berserker type playstyle, like risk it no biscuit. It is so much fun. Like in early days of Wuwa, she was my main. Like I I shortly after got Calcharo and kind of put her on their bench, but honestly, she's probably better than Calcharo, especially when she's S6. But she is just so much fun to use. I I every time I make a tier list, I see so many people are like still Danjin main, so like respect. But I still think she's firmly B. High B, like again, like I said, Havoc Rover, Pog, really good damage. You compare her with other Havoc characters, solid. Alto, meh. Do I need to say anything? He's cool. I like his VA, but like maybe he gets a little bit more tick because of arrow erosion now, but like, mm, I'm sorry, my guy. Chishia, listen. Between Chishia, Mr. Lion Boy, there are so many people that like Chishia. I get it. She's cool. She can do a lot of damage. But guys, 4-star DPS, like we got Brant, we got Chen Li, we got Encore, we're getting Lupa. Like, man, I'm just not. I like to get 5-star characters for different damage, uh, different damage types. Sorry, had a brain fart. Like I know you can do a lot of damage. I'm sure a Giga Chishia gamer can clear most of TOA. I don't know about Whimpering. Like maybe her AoE is okay. But again, 4-star DPS is like I'm sorry, like they're not meant to be like sustainable long term. I just prefer my 5-star DPSs. I don't think that's crazy, but like Chishia, if you give her Carlotta's weapon, she definitely could sneak up into low B. But again, I just don't see myself really recommending or ever using a 4-star DPS. Like that is what it is. More Teffy S. Don't need to say much more. One of the best coordinated attackers in the game. Amazing pairing for Gian. I really think he kind of has some future, long-term sustainability as well. Like, or Tevi Crack, man, he's hanging in there. Tauchi, another mech character. Now, she gets a little bit of shine because she is Carlotta's second best teammate, but she just feels so clunky, so cumbersome. Like, ugh, it's like Beto, but like 3,000 times worse. It just don't, it don't feel good. But like, again, if you don't have Zhezha, like if, an asteroid is an asteroid, so I get it. If you don't have Zhezha, Tauchi, it works. It works. Yuan Wu, again, kind of. This dude is super cool. Like the whole lightning fist is cool. Like if you get some sequences for him, like he can work. He can definitely work in an Electro team. But like I was saying, like Electro needs some shine. Like I wonder which of the Septimate characters are gonna be Electro. I'm kind of maybe it's the gun chick who looks awesome. Maybe even Chisha. But Electro needs some shine. Yuan Wu, kind of another mech character, looks awesome. Decent coordinated attack damage, but again, I don't imagine his usage is very high. Yang Yang, amazing for whimpering, really good gathering. I think she's a high B. Again, could definitely see her getting a little bit of uptick because of air erosion and because of how good she is at grouping. Super fun character. Like I said, really good in whimpering, but for arrow based teams, when Cartethyia comes out, like I just think she's gonna take, a bigger dip. But you get her for free. She's cool. She definitely carried me early on. I think she's really fun. Like I do like the whole elevation slam thing. It just feels satisfying. But again, a solid character. You know who's not a solid character? Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo more like Boohoo. I do not like this character. I'm sorry. I think she's kind of a not. She's like adorably obnoxious. If you get her S6, maybe she sneaks in a low B. I don't like the gotcha mechanic. I'm sorry. Just kind of this is like pinnacle of meh character. Lumi? Lumi is cool. At least Lumi is fun to play. But again, who's using it? Like, unless you really like mice or what? I mean, maybe you like Jane Doe. You really like Lumi, but like, a mech character. I don't imagine her usage rate is very high, but she's cool. Like if you want to run around with a little mouse girl, like cool, do you? But like, I definitely don't think I would recommend investing in building into her whatsoever. Spectro Rover. I think Spectro Rover is a high A tier. Used to be S tier. Now that Chacona is out, now that we have Phoebe, I just think there's better options, but can heal. Amazing for Phoebe if you want Phoebe to do damage. Solid for Zani. Can work with Chacona. And it's free. So, like, honestly, probably could put her at the top of 8. I don't think S anymore just because we have Chacona. Again, 5-star versus a free character. So, again, Asteroid is an Asteroid. But if you want to maximize your teams, I just would shoot higher. Obviously, you don't have to get all these characters on their first banners. You can definitely come back. But I still think that Spectro Rover is very solid. Havoc Rover is S. Gamers, the fact that this character is free, you get all the sequences if you just play the game, and it's still this character is cracked, bro. Good in whimpering, good in TOA, good AoE, super fun. The scythe is cool. Pair with Danjin, double dreamless, still slaps. S tier. Arrow is still early. Like I put Arrow in B last time, thinking that we would get an uptick. Like, yes, we have Chacona. I think when Cartethyia comes out, kind of similar to how like when Lupa comes out, you can run a fusion team without Shorekeeper. You'll be able to run an Arrow team without Shorekeeper, and we're gonna get more sequences. Like I think Arrow Rover will definitely uptick to at least A when we get sequences when Cartethyia comes out. But like for right now, like he's all right. He's all right. It's cool. I think the burst animation looks dope. It heals. Decent little AoE, but like, nah, just B. Just B for now. But stay tuned. All right, gamers. I think I've yapped for long enough. I tried to differentiate. I know y'all probably gonna roast me for too many S tier characters, but like, who can we move down? Like, honestly, I do not know who we can move down, and I do think these characters are the pinnacle characters of Wuwa. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling solid. But I'm probably gonna get roasted in the comments. But that's the fun of it. Hey, I love conversing with y'all in the comments. Let me know how bad I screwed up, and I'll see you for 2.4, Cartethyia, Lupa, going broke. So much fun. Septimate. I'm literally gonna probably have to get a second mortgage. My wife's not gonna like that, but like when I showed her the roster of Septimate characters, she's like, I get it. She's like, I get it. All right, gamers. Catch y'all later. Peace.